Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to address the stock market once again. The situation is looking really suspect, all right? And I'm going to share with y'all some points to get you prepared for tomorrow. I'm also going to be showing y'all some stocks that y'all should be keeping in your watches and answering some of you guys' questions as well, all right? Now, before we begin, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in, and also don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Right, so let's get started right off the bat. All right, so the SPY right now is looking very suspicious. It is. I told y'all this morning to be wary of a potential move above this level right here, $385. And at the same time, I told y'all that I gave y'all a warning because what I really wanted to see for just to get a little bit more bullish was for this thing to actually get out and hold that thing until the close and hold the 385 level. But the nasty sell off in the last like 20 minutes give me other thoughts, right? And also, I'm going to share with y'all let's look at the 4 hour first. Let's look at the 4 hour. All right, this is not looking so great. The breakout is there, yes, but the volume is kind of trash. All right, it's not usually when you know the momentum is about to go to the upside massively, like when like everything lines up perfectly, but there's a lot of ambiguity in the market. Let's check out the Nasdaq. All right, now here is the Nasdaq, and same thing again, like it's out of the falling wedge, but it's not ferocious. The way it closed is not convincing, and the volume just not big enough. So tomorrow will be really interesting. All right, now I'm gonna use some of the large cap stocks to see whether there's some underlying resistance. So we're going to look at QQQ. All right, now with QQQ is the Nasdaq, but the charts can small little details kind of different in between charts. So it's important to look at I look at all of them. I like to look at all of them. That's the way that I do it. It gave me a good indication of what may happen tomorrow, right? That way I can make these videos. The way this is looking right now, it hit $290 today, which I was very suspicious about with QQQ. As you can see right here with this post, I thought it could. It actually did. And the way it reacted at that level is making me lean more bearish for tomorrow, right? So we'll see how we open in the morning. If there is a massive gap down, and by massive gap down, I'm talking about like negative 0.880 or negative 0.90%, right? There will be a massive panic in the morning, and we could just see an all-day fader in the majority of stocks in the market. And it's not something that is uncommon. I think the last 3 Wednesdays in a row is the same. It's a similar situation. First, we got the Fed meeting, right? And then we got, let me zoom in right here. And then we got some chop right here. And then we have a massive uptrend. Either it closes really strong, right? Or we see something like this. And then the next day is just a disaster. So anticipate that. All right, anticipate something that may look like that. Now, one stock that appears really bullish right now, it may move independently from a market. It may. All right, it's not a guarantee. That stock is BYND. I shared this one a few days ago. I think it was last week. I was leaning a little bearish because of the way it was moving, right? I think it was on the 28th, on the 29th. I told y'all to watch it for a breakdown, but it actually went up. It broke out above $26, and it looks like it's on its way to. It looks like it's on its way to $35. If it doesn't follow the market too much, the structure is clean, but the overall market may slow it down. If we have a massive sell-off tomorrow, then we could see something like a drop like this, and then it forms a doji, right? And then after a potential big drop, then we consolidate sideways, and then the chart starts looking better and better for the next few weeks ahead, right? Then it may drag its feet and then eventually curl back up to $35. But the way this is looking, this is looking pretty bullish. And big picture, like this thing had been oversold for a very, very, very long time, right? So it's something that you want to keep in your watch list for the near future, BYND. Now, the next stock that we're going to discuss in today's video, that stock is NVIDIA. All right, now with NVIDIA, I shared this one with you. I think it was this morning. Yeah, it was this morning. I told you to watch it for a retest of the neckline at $155. I'm not sure if we're actually going to reach $155, because I took a look at this thing like an hour ago, right? I looked at this one on the one, zooming in right here. And when you zoom in real close to the wicks, like really, really close to that thing right there, right here, all right. So the bottom range, or the lower range of the neckline, because the neckline is ultimately kind of like a zone right here. It's a zone right there, and the middle of that zone is 155. That's why I said 155. But if you look at the lower range of the neckline, it's actually 153. And we got there today, and the Nasdaq got to 290 today and had a nasty rejection off of it. And I'm also kind of bearish with the way the market is. The lack of volume, the lack of structure, the lack of there's something specific that I'm looking to see. And usually when there's a big reversal coming, like it's pretty obvious. It's just not there, and I don't see it yet, right? That's why I'm leaning a little bit bearish. But with regards to NVIDIA, I think tomorrow will be interesting. And given the fact that we had the meeting, that means volatility is back in the market. So there could be some nice day trading opportunities with all stocks in general. But this one, watch it for a potential reversal down, right? Big picture, the thing is we got the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. It's a continuation of the trend, the bearish trend. And what I'm looking for is for something like this, which I've drawn out in the previous videos. All right, so that's for that stock. Now let's talk about one of you guys' stocks of interest. Again, if you have questions, just drop the ticker in the comment section of the video, and I will address it. If it has an option chain, we only look at things with an option chain here on this channel. All right, so that stock is somebody asked about CHWY. What is going on with CHWY? And this one have been grinding upwards for quite some time, especially after breaking out of this inverted head and shoulders, right? So we got the left shoulder, we got the head, and then we got the right shoulder right over here, and it ran, and then it retested neckline, right? But right now it looks like at this point, anybody who bought like calls or bought shares over here should be looking to take their money off the table at these levels right there. So the market can be kind of generous, right? First, there is the first chance to get out, and then if you don't take it and you decide to be extra greedy, right, it may or may not give you a second chance to get out. In this case, it did. So my thoughts on it, I have to lean a little bit bearish. I think a pullback would be good for the stock. like a move all the way down to $35. And especially if all markets starts to collapse tomorrow, especially if that happens. All right, so that's my very honest opinions on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't added me on social media yet, you can find me at Paul and Guma and PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you and if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get set up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get some free stocks after setting up Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Guma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.